love the Kalinago territory, I love the Kalinago people, and I really embrace my culture.
How the hell do we expect to survive as a communal society in a capitalist system?
We need to teach that history that have not been taught.
NCCU, your community financial partner, brings to you Beyond the Mortgage.
Affordable rates, affordable price, NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the Mortgage, 246. You take the mortgage already, don't make your pocket go empty. Beyond the Mortgage, NCCU will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge, you want to purchase a city. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage. Everything nice, beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage. NCCU for life. 246, yes, 246. Wow, 246.
Beyond the Mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Curvee Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Hello, welcome one and all. Welcome to the show, guys. It's so good to have you back here with me for another evening, another show. Two wonderful guests. Welcome to the show, guys. Share the live as soon as you've hopped on. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and get all the action. Turn on your notifications. Don't give me no mail free when you don't get on the live in time because you're not following and your notification is not on. We are live. We're ready to get the show on the road. Like I promised you, we're doing a control health series. I like this kind of looking nice. I'm just looking at myself. The lighting is not bad. The lighting is not bad. Oh. I like it. It's feeling warm. We're doing a special show for the duration of the month of January. When I think at the start of January, we mentioned that we would be taking our health a little bit more seriously than we normally do, right? But I did say that we will be doing a health series every Tuesday. So far, we've had quite a few guests stop by. So we had Dr. Nadia Wallace. We also had, I believe we had the cardiologist. So that was Dr. Rachel Andrew and Dr. Ilshat came on as well. And that was sponsored by the Ray Astor Foundation. And today, we have Curvee and Dr. Honoré-Felix is going to be joining us. And we're switching it up. I mean, you know me already. We like to keep everything, holistic. That's the word, right? We like to keep it holistic. And people decide and choose on many different paths for their health. And we want to be able to get everybody's perspective and get his advice and professional advice on the best ways to look after ourselves properly. And today I have on two wonderful women coming on. They're going to be sharing with us. Hi guys, welcome to the show. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on. Thank you. Share the live as soon as you hop on. We're speaking about something super important. Thank you very much. Hi, Mrs. Precious, John Baptist, Good evening to you. Thank you very much for the love. Thank you very much for the little message. I truly appreciate it. And I promise you guys, be as interactive as you need to be. We need you asking questions. If we can't answer them, we'll say we can't answer them. Check us later. I mean, we're not God, right? We'll get to your questions, as much of them answered as possible, and we'll have a good vibe. Good evening. Hi, Sandra. Good evening. Welcome aboard, my top fan. Thank you, love, for joining on. Welcome to the show. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors. I am really grateful to have sponsors come on board for the entire month. They're like, whatever you're having, Jael, we see that. And I truly appreciate them. So I want to shout out the National Cooperative Credit Union. Of course, they're my community financial partner, my financial partner of choice. I want to say a special good evening to the folks at the NCCU. And don't forget that you can actually continue to invest in your credit union. And all you got to do is purchase shares, and any two shares plus will enter you into a big draw where you can win prizes. Also, if you refer someone and both you and the person will also be entered into the draw. So I want to encourage you guys to check out the NCCU so we can continue with that. Hopefully I'll get the NCCU to come on one of these nights. Probably we'll have like a financial month. We had health month this month. We might have a financial month and get the NCCU to come on, and chat with us. I also want to say thank you very much to Caribe, the agents for Prosecco, Caribe Rosé Brut Mimosa, distributed by HHB Nutrition Company Limited. If I know Curvee probably gonna roll her eyes, but if we ain't drinking tequila, we're drinking. What we're drinking? Caribe. That's right. That's what we're drinking. If we're drinking tequila, besides, if you're not drinking water, we're drinking Caribe. I also want to say thank you very much to Astafans. Right place, right price. You can get so many different things at Astafans, from their home and garden section. You can also check out their supermarkets. You can check them out upstairs in the retail section, where you can get all of your outfits. Let me tell you, Astafans, when it comes to like quality clothing, Astafans got it. Like, I remember years ago when I used to be a brand ambassador at Astafans, like all my clothes came from Astafans, and I was shook. Like, they really got affordable clothes. To this day, I still purchase all my son's t-shirts from Astafans. Right place, right price. All right. Thank you very much to Astafans. Big them up one time. Hi guys, love you. Hi Evelina. Good evening to you, Emmeline. Good evening, Tara, my love. I love you, darling. Good evening to you, Christine. I see you. Hi, Carla. Carla, boy. Carla's there. All the curvy girls are in his house. They're dropping those bombs. We need to have a curvy emoji. We need an emoji. So when I say all the curvy girls, we can just drop something. What we dropping? Probably Clary will tell us what we can drop. We need our own emoji. Big up yourselves, guys. I see a lot of people sending love. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. We're going to get this show started in just a second. Hi, Shem. My husband, Shem is here. Shem, where's my husband, Shem? Shem is there. Shem is my husband. Shem, big up yourself one time. It's great to have all of you joining us. Welcome to the folks who are on Black Island Girls page. Good evening to you. Good evening to you if you are on YouTube, if you also logged in on LinkedIn, as well as if you are tuned in right here. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show. I want to remind you guys, if you'd like to support the vibes, you can do so by purchasing all your merchandise on blackislandgirl.com/shop. Black Island Girl, let me tell you, I showed you guys that I ordered a mug, and it took about 10-12 days to get to it, right? So it was shipped to my box and shipped from Nika, and I got it in the nick of time. So you can get your mug, your bucket hats, your t-shirts, sweatshirts, and lots more from blackislandgold.com/shop. Hi, Abina. Welcome to the show. Let's get this show on the road. We got a doctor in the house. We got a holistic trainer in the house. And we're doing it for you here this evening. I want to encourage you guys to be intentional about your health. Your health is your wealth. So we're gonna get this show on the road. Let me just lower my music a little bit. Let me just lower my music a little bit. My music a little loud like me. So let's get this show on the road. I want to welcome to the show for the first time. I'll bring in the doctor first. So I want to bring in. She's somebody that I've known practically all her life. I wouldn't say all my life because she's younger than me, but all her life I've known her. Very wonderful individual. She's actually, I think, Dr. Alisha Honoré-Felix has been following me since the beginning of time, since I've had a page. So she is a general practitioner and a lifestyle and functional. She practices lifestyle and functional medicine, and I want to welcome her to the show. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's fantastic to have you on, and I want to give you a little opportunity in a little bit to introduce yourself. So you tell us a little bit about you and how you got to this. First of all, people will probably like saying Saki functional and lifestyle medicine. So you'll give us a little, give us the deets on that. And I also would like to welcome our second guest who is in the house, who's joining me. She is Clarita Lugay, aka Curvee. She's the founder of Curvee, as well as she's a holistic trainer. And I want to welcome her to the show. Hi, Curvee.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful for being a part of this tonight.
Fantastic. Okay, Dr. Alisha, fix your camera so we can get you nice and center. You can't hear me? You can hear me? Can you hear me? Can you talk? Say something. Say something. Probably somebody called her. That is what happened. I suspect that's what happened. Drop off and come back on. Drop off and come back on. I will get Curvee to start introducing herself. So we'll get started with you, Curvee. So first of all, tell us a little bit about you. Okay, before you tell us a little bit about you, probably that is why this had to happen. It had to happen this way. So most of you on my live, if you follow me on my Jael Joseph page, you may have seen that I started to shed weight like there's no tomorrow. So I started this journey with Curvee back in September of last year, because I recognized that I needed to make some changes, some lifestyle changes, and I became a curvy girl. And Curvee has definitely, I can't really tell you what she does for me in terms of, how I'm able to shed weight. I know people meet me in everywhere and they ask me, but Jael, how, as a matter of fact, a man met me and he said to me, I'm so interested in knowing how you lost, so especially how you shed so much on your tummy. What's going on? What are you doing, Jael? He knew that I was doing Curvee because he follows me as well on social media. And he's like, does she take men? I'm like, does she do men? And he's like, I will have to ask her. I don't know. I know most of our clients are women. So I would like to give you the opportunity, Curvee or Clarita Lugay. We'll call you Curvee because Curvee's stuck. To introduce yourself, tell people a little bit about you and why you got started in holistic training.
Well, my name is Clarita Lugay, and I am a holistic trainer because I believe that there's always a better way to lose weight or to be healthier. You don't need the pills, you don't need a quick fix. You just need a reset with your body and your mind and your soul, basically. So that's what I believe in terms of holistic training. How I get started is after a certain point in my life, I got overweight, and it was so difficult for me to lose weight. Like I would try like absolutely everything. I tried the military diet, I tried the teas, I tried a whole lot of different things that would help you lose weight quickly. But what I noticed is that as soon as I lost it, I gained it back. So I feel like it's only when I made a conscious decision to do it the right way, and I started like reading a whole lot of different books, reading a lot of documentaries, trying out a lot of recipes, taking pictures, like putting a vision board every 5 days. I'll be like, okay, did I lost the pound? Okay, did this work? Didn't this didn't work? Okay, let's change it up. And that's how I lost like over 50 pounds in like under 6 months. And after training a friend that asked me oh my God, what happened? That asked me when I was overseas to help them. I just fell in love with helping them, and it just came natural. And I just told myself, how can I create something that's so easy to do, but will get you the results that you need to see, and it would last. So it wouldn't be a quick fix. It wouldn't be the military diet. It would just be something that, okay, a person can just follow a script and they get the role per se. So that's how I became curvy, right?
Thank you for this introduction. And I think you guys, your professions kind of like, for me at least, like just reading up on what you guys both do, I think I feel like they align with each other so nicely. And a lot of times, we say doctors will tell you, "Oh, go and lose weight." You're getting too much weight, or you're doing. But you, Doctor Honoré Felix, you take such a different approach to this entire thing they call health. You're a general practitioner, but you're also a functional and lifestyle. You practice functional and lifestyle medicine. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, what got you into, why you wanted to become a doctor, and why take a different approach and not walk the normal path that we're accustomed of seeing a lot of medical practitioners walk.
Okay, so good night again. I wanted to be a politician. Medicine was never on my agenda. I mean, for those people that know me, they know public speaking, debating was always my thing from primary school all the way to secondary school, college. So I wanted to be a politician. I wanted to serve and help others. And then I remember my daddy telling me when I applied to have a political science scholarship, he told me politicians may have a special place in hell. So if you want to make it to heaven, you better do something else. And that really stuck with me, because he said once you can be in politics, but sometimes it changes you. And so, but when you're a doctor, you have to be humble, you have to be willing to serve. And I see service before self and service before money. And then I got the scholarship to go to Cuba again for debating and public speaking. And I'm forever grateful for this opportunity that changed my life. When I graduated in 2014, I had the opportunity to my mom to be my very first patient. And that was truly amazing for me to be her caretaker. But what changed from being a conventional doctor to get into lifestyle and functional medicine, again with her, I saw how I got a different approach. It's one thing to be a doctor, but it's another thing to sit in the chair as a caregiver and see how a patient is being treated, what they have to go through. And then through trying to find a cure for the disease that she had, I started digging deeper and I found the functional and lifestyle medicine. And I learned how it's important that not only medicine plays a part in making someone be better, but lifestyle, their diet, their stress, their genetics, everything plays a part in terms of your health and being diagnosed with a condition. And unless you get to the root cause of the disease, like functional medicine teaches us, you're not gonna fix the problem. So instead of putting a plaster or a bandage on a leak, you have to get to the root cause, find out, hey, why am I sick? Why am I obese? Why did I get diagnosed with diabetes? What am I doing right now? Or what did I do in my past life that's making me sick? And how can I partner with my doctor for me to get better? So that's what lifestyle and functional medicine is truly about. And I'm so grateful that I have changed from conventional to a more holistic approach.
Wow, I like to hear that, and I don't think a lot of doctors would like to hear that either. They would probably you must get a lot of look.
Yes.
I know you're probably one of only one, Dominica, who who actually went to school for medicine and practice a different style of care, so to speak. I call it a different style of care. And I kind of want to get an understanding as to operating in the Dominica, the local market. What is that like for you?
That was and still is very challenging because most of our doctors are conventionally minded. A doctor will tell you, for example, go and lose weight or start walking, but there is no getting to the root cause of disease. We tend to say that we are small minded and we don't want to take a different approach. It's not that conventional medicine is wrong. I just believe that it has its place. So if you're having a heart attack or a stroke or something like that that's life threatening, of course, putting you on medications and going the conventional way has its approach. But when it comes to chronic diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure, and, etc., you cannot leave out lifestyle medicine. You cannot leave out everything that a person is going through. And even up till today, I have colleagues that are mad at me. I have patients that don't get why I do this approach, but I know it's the only approach that works, and I've had so many success stories doing it. I don't see myself going back. But yeah, it can be pretty hard in Dominica and even in the Caribbean. I mean, when I started back in 2019, I was the only lifestyle and functional medicine doctor. I'm the only one in Dominica. But now I have four other colleagues in different Caribbean islands, and that makes it even better. And I wish more people can come on board so we can practice that type of medicine because that's where true healing really lies.
Wow, you're talking about healing, healing of the body, and I know Curvy's like enjoying this because it's like right up her alley. And I think like you guys were put together for a purpose. There's a purpose behind it. And I'm not necessarily saying I'm advocating for either or I'm a champion of either and stuff. I am just saying that I don't run for pills every single time something goes wrong with me. Like as a matter of fact, I don't even have pills. That is the very and I have always been I've always had a lot of like health issues, and it's and I'm gonna use me as an example because I've worked with Curvy, so I can really work with relate to her. But also my mom was a nurse, my aunt was a nurse. I mean, Dr. Honoré knows that. And for majority of my life I was surrounded by medication. Like even if I was not necessarily taking it, but I was surrounded by medication. And I remember when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, as a diehard nurse that she was, I believed in everything. She said, I do not want to do chemotherapy. I'm going the homeopathic way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most people were like very surprised. They were like, doctors gave her 3 months to live, and she lived 7 years, right? So I believe in what you do, Dr. Honore, because I believe it has everything, not for everybody. Like you rightfully say, like you still have to consider. I mean, we're not telling you, or if you're having an asthmatic, you're having an asthma attack, or say holistic, or let me go get my bush tea, or like we're not telling you that. Don't be
You can
stupid,
though. You
right?
can.
I mean, you can, but
You can.
it is not the only option in a crisis, and there are other options that can work for you. However, you have to consider for your general health and well-being. You need to consider not just waiting for things to go wrong, but understanding your body and understanding, like we say, we are big bone. we are big bone people, or big bone, or we can't lose weight. Like, that was me. Like, I am big bone. And
Oh
I
my God,
remember
no, you're not.
starting with Curvy. The first thing she says, but Jill, like your waist is where you hold most of your weight. But Jill, you have small legs, and I'm like, but I'm big bone. What you talking about, my girl? I'm big bone. Curvy, I want to kind of understand, your approach, because your approach, you target, you focus on. So I've been in the gym, and I was in the gym even before I started Curvy, right? And there are things that really worked for me. Why I still continue to go to the gym. There are things that worked for me in the gym. Again, in getting to know my body, getting to know who I am, getting to know what I actually enjoy. But for Curvy, the first thing she did was she's like, you need to change your lifestyle in terms of what you eat, and it like she had to do a reset of my body. So she does that, and she does that every now and again. She resets your body, and we're not gonna go into details, because if you want to know the details, you need to check Curvy on off another program
Exactly.
to find out the details but there's a reset that happens, and every time the reset happens, I feel so much lighter, I feel so much cleaner. I almost feel like the air I breathe in has a different, like, smell. So, Kirby, I want to kind of get a sense of your approach, and why is it so important for you to practice the way you practice? How does that differ from, because you call yourself a holistic trainer? How does that differ from somebody who tells you, get to the gym, let's pump iron?
I feel like how you operate mentally, that's how your body is going to, that's how your body is gonna follow. So me being a holistic trainer, I'm more for I used to be a Buddhist when I was on my weight loss journey, and I put a little bit of Buddhism into my programs because I feel that the mind needs to be aligned with the body, right? So I feel like if you're in a good space, you're not stressed, you feel good about yourself, you're looking more towards self-love and self-respect, you're going to attract a healthier body, you're going to attract a better mindset, you're going to attract things that's going to make you be your best self. So the people that would say, oh, you should go to the gym and lose weight, or just run to the gym, I think there's more to it than going to the gym. I think that a person's daily life can really tell you why they're overweight or why they're obese. And
I know I want to interject a little bit, because I know I have experienced that even in my journey, where if I'm tired, if I am stressed, if I'm not sleeping enough, I see my weight stay at like it plateaus, right?
Mhm.
And then the second I start back into getting rest, drinking more water, certain things, all of a sudden I'm like, I start losing again. So I can attest to what you're saying, that it really does work. If you're stressful, or if you're stressed, if you're it's like your entire body hold, like it does hold the fat. And somebody said to me, it's cortisone, it really holds, it holds on to it, like it's like the memory of your body, it holds on to the fat, and you're not able to lose. And that is, I've seen it. And if people have been following my journey, like because people message me and they say, you're so real, and you're so truthful, and but yeah, I would not say that now. If it was me, because people are very like, they're like, oh, I don't want to tell people that. Or like the other day when I said, I had a piece of my son's pizza, people they were like, oh my God, yeah, like, but I'm a human being, there are certain things that, but all of these things are ways are you being sure of yourself and where your goal, what you want to achieve. So Curvy, you talk about that, but I want to bring in Dr. Honoré a little bit, because let's get to like the medical aspect of it, because you're a general practitioner, so you understand medicine, right? and what role, because we want to talk about like losing weight, and we're talking about being healthy, and I know there's so many things. And the other day, and my mind is racing right now, because the other day I remember looking at a video. I think you were on a program. I can't remember what program you were on, but you were talking about PCOS and women who have PCOS, how difficult it is for them to lose weight, right? And really, saying like sometimes we see women walking down the street and we say, "But Jay, how she fat?" So like, or they'll say, "Go and lose some weight, my girl. Like, stop putting on weight." That's what we do in society. Not realizing that there are medical conditions that can really affect our health as well as our well. So Dr. Honore, I want you to bring you in on the conversation, because since we started, that the talk on, the holistic approach, but I want to kind of get a sense of how does the body operate in terms of the medical aspect of it, in terms of how we're able to prevent chronic diseases and manage these chronic diseases that we have absolutely no control over, like things like we inherit, like diabetes and hypertension. Like, how does the body, like, help me kind of figure this out, because we don't know, and we want to know how that works, because I want people to stop telling people that they fat. I want people to stop that and really understanding that we need to take a holistic approach in how we relate to people or refer to people, and probably even guide them to somebody like you or somebody like Curvy, who can help you change what you're eating. Like, I've never had so much flax seeds in my life. Like, I put in flaxseed in everything. Like, and who would have thought, like, like who would have thought that,
You need
that would be
fiber.
and I wasn't so accustomed to it. Right now, I'm watching all these videos. Watching a video yesterday of how to use flaxseed to make bread. Did I send that to you, Kirby?
Nice.
Did I send
Yes,
that?
you did.
Right?
Yes.
How to use flaxseed to make bread? Because I love bread.
They
And
sell the bread with the flax seeds.
right, bread is my weakness. I love bread, so I'm looking at all ways I can make bread and eat bread and don't feel no way about it. Right? Because I like my bread and peanut butter. And
I know, right?
and even when you're thinking about, okay, the days when you cheat, when you do what you're not supposed to do, which is not really your cheat day, there are alternate things that you can do, in order to do these things. So Dr. Alisha, share some line. I know it's a loaded question, but you understand me. You figure it out.
Most definitely. So I will say, first of all, we do have control. We don't have control of everything, but we do have control. When I was in medical school, or even now in conventional medicine, we say once we get the genes, or once it's inherited, once it's in our family, we're going to have it. That's not necessarily true. So you may have the genetic factors, you may have the risk factors for getting diabetes, high blood pressure, but it's what you put in, that's what you get out. So once you may be in that environment, but it's you putting the triggers. It's you're the one who gonna press the gun so that you can shoot out, if you're gonna get diabetes or not. But it's all based on your lifestyle. So it's not because your mother has it or your father has it or everybody has it in your family means that you have to get it. You have that control, and it's all based on lifestyle, how you sleep, how you eat, how much water you drink, everything, how much trauma and how much negative thoughts
I'm
that you're
loving
holding
this.
on to. All of that plays a part in terms of prevention and in terms of disease. Because I work at a diabetes clinic, and when I ask most patients, how were you diagnosed with diabetes? Were you eating a lot of sugar foods and stuff like that? And most of them will tell me no. But when you ask in terms of stress and trauma, that's when a lot of disease comes about. That's when they were diagnosed, and they have been on medications for the past 15 or 30 years, but no one has ever asked them what has been going on with you at home, and how can I help you? How can I help your environment be better so that you can thrive on your health journey? And if we're not doing that, then what are we doing? We're just giving patients medication and letting them give big pharma money for the rest of their lives, and we're not truly helping them to be better. So
Wow.
we can heal from those diseases, and we can prevent those a whole lot, especially chronic diseases.
Wow, thank you very much for sharing that. One of the things that I spoke to a lady the other day, and she was telling me, "Oh, I love being on the curvy challenge. I love going to curvy." And I was like, "Why?" Last night I was like, "Why? Why you love my curvy? Like, I want to know. Like, are you just telling me this because I'm doing it? Or you just want to have a conversation with me? Like, why? What about it? What about it you like?" She says, like I feel like my entire mind just changed. Like my mind, like the way I think about things is just so different. And the foods are so good. And what she gives me to eat is so good. And it's like she literally went in my cupboard and just tell me, okay, eat this like this and eat this like that. And she's not even there, but I absolutely love it, right? And Dr. Honoré, you talk about this, but Kirby, I want to understand how important mindset in achieving fitness goals. Like, what sort of strategies do you recommend for like motivation? Because a lot of us, let me tell you, a lot of us, when I started my journey with you, I was not motivated to wake up to work out, right? This morning we didn't have a workout session, but I went to the gym. I went to the gym for the full hour, right? So it's slowly shifted for me where I will tell people I do not take meetings before 10 o'clock, because before 10 o'clock I'm working out. Like, leave me alone. This is my time. I have literally, and sometimes it gets very difficult. There'll be one off time when it's absolutely hard for me to get another date, but I don't leave people control my life and tell me, oh, can I see you at 9 o'clock? No, you cannot see me at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock I am working out,
My time.
right?
My
Right.
time.
So what sort of strategies do you recommend, Curvy, for motivating ourselves to get up and being better versions of ourselves while taking a holistic approach?
Um, so this is what I tell all my clients, like, because I send the broadcast to all my clients every morning. The importance of self-love, right? And self-respect. So I think the more you respect yourself, the more you love yourself, is the more you want to do things that's going to help you be a better version of yourself. And most of the time I would tell my clients, continue to love yourself, because subconsciously I want them to know that they are loved, and the most important love they can give to anybody in the world is to themselves, right? Because you are a priority and you're supposed to be the main character in your life. So I think that alone in itself is a motivation, knowing that you are the main character in your life, knowing that you're worth every good thing that this world has to offer. And like I tell myself, I'm a very strange person. I always say, like, well, I'm a spiritual being having an amazing human experience. So I want to have the best human experience possible. So waking up, telling yourself affirmations, looking in the mirror, saying I love you, setting yourself up to win is a good motivation, right? So every morning you wake up, you look at a goal that you would like to achieve, and you set yourself up to achieve that goal. So let's say a good routine for me is I wake up, I meditate, because I usually deal with so many people throughout the day. I need to make sure that I'm in the right mind space to deal with people, because I'm a social, introverted type of person, right? So I have to maintain a good space. So when I show up as my best self. I show up positive. I show up friendly. I show up like, oh my God, not like, oh my God, why is she messaging me? I show up like, okay, how can I help you? So I wake up, I meditate, I make my bed. I hope these tips help your viewers. I make my bed because I think every time you make your bed, it reminds you that today's a new day and you have shit to do. You understand? So that alone in itself is a positive routine. So I think the best way in terms of showing up as a better version of yourself is having a routine that's going to help you. So routine is very, very important. If you wake up every morning and you say 2 affirmations, you're going to want to do something else. Then the next day you wake up every morning, you sweep your room. You know, so you build discipline, you build resilience, you build a good routine that you can stick to and you can be very consistent with. So that is very, very important in terms of being a better version of yourself, right?
Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Someone is saying,
Does that answer your question?
it
Okay,
did,
good.
it did. Folks are on the live, and let me tell you, they want my flaxseed recipe. I will find it and I will share it with y'all. I'm gonna share it with y'all after the show. Those of you who follow me on my dashing leaves, I'm gonna share it into my dashing leaves with you guys. I'll share the entire video with you so you can go out and make your bread, because let me tell you, and it's easy to make. Easy to make. I was so contrary when I saw how easy it was to make. I'm like, I have to go
Like
in
all
a
that
whole
bread, you know.
bakery. Huh?
So now eat all that bread once a week.
But it's not
Once
bread.
a
It's
week.
flaxseed. It's flaxseed. It's not bread.
Good things
Flaxseed
in
only, candy
moderation.
flaxseed only.
Uh, Dr. Honore, I wanna get a sense of we're talking about weight loss, we're talking about our journeys, we're talking about dieting, we're talking about all of these things, and one of the things is I noticed that Curvy doesn't ever say is that, oh, we're on a diet, because like she says, this is a change that you have to make, like it's a permanent change, so it's no fast crash, it's no keto. You can incorporate, I've incorporated intermittent
Fasting.
fasting into it. But a lot of what I eat is heavily plant-based, and less meats, and a lot of that stuff. But I want to get your thoughts from a medical perspective, because your approach is also holistic. What are your thoughts on popular diet trends like keto and intermittent fasting, or even like plant-based diets? We've had the Beyonce diet, we've had all kinds of the military diet. The Beyonce diet, I've done the Beyonce diet, and it worked for me. But yes, I did it, and I got like snatched. And but after I was done the 2 weeks, I put back all the weight, like as if it never left. Right. So share with me, what are your thoughts on these types of diets?
So that's the difference when you call it a diet versus it being a lifestyle. People hate the word diet. Is when you think of a diet, it's like you're gonna do it for a certain amount of time, and then when you're done with it, you still expect the results to be the same. But that doesn't happen. Once you stop that particular diet, which normally is sometimes low carb or sometimes high fat, low fat, all the weights, some most times come back, or all the inflammation, all the brain fog, all of those things normally come back when you stop the diet. However, when you think of it as a lifestyle, right, you think of the outcome and think of how is this going to benefit me in the now and in the long run, all of that changes. I don't believe we should follow any particular of the trendy diets, because they're not really, they're only doing what they're supposed to do for the time. But if you're following a plant based lifestyle, you're getting rid of all the animal products, for example, you're getting rid of the inflammatory foods, you're getting rid of the processed oils, you're incorporating more fruits and vegetables and beans, so you're getting your fiber, you're getting your seeds, your nuts, and so, and you having a balance. That's when change truly happens. I mean, I don't expect patients and clients, and I think Kirby will agree with me on that, to just go cold turkey overnight, because you'll still have all the cravings. And so I say, meet the client or meet the patient where you are. Start where you are, start incorporating the small things that you can do. So if it means today I was accustomed of eating 5 slices of bread, today I'm gonna eat 2 slices instead. If I was eating chicken, pork, turkey, I'm gonna cut it down to fish until you at the point where you need to be. So transition and change is important, but don't let the change be like a whole 5 years. You have to promise yourself, what do you want to do in order to get to your health journey. Sometimes patients tell me they read about certain diets, like the type A diet, type B diet, eating for your blood type, the keto diet. I say, yes, all of these diets have their benefits, but they also have their disadvantages. But the one diet the one lifestyle where we have seen more success stories. And for sure, apart from losing your weight and reversing diabetes and other conditions and basically helping you feel better, is the plant-based lifestyle or the plant-based diet. You cannot go wrong there. And apart from that, you still have to take certain supplements like the B12 and the vitamin D, because some of the foods that we're getting there, it's not the same nutrients like how it used to be way back in the days, so we still have to supplement, especially with a good B12 and the methylcobalamin and a good vitamin D, because we're not going out in the sun and being as active as possible. So I prefer say it's a lifestyle instead of a diet, and
Thank you
follow
very
what is
much.
right for your body.
And bringing talking about your body, that brings me now to Curvy, because Curvy tailors her.
Before, I just want to add what
Go,
she
go
said.
ahead. Go ahead.
I think why I never say it's a diet, because subconsciously every time you tell yourself something is short term, it don't last long. you know. So when you tell yourself something is gonna last long, it's like you more want to put the work into it to last long. When you tell yourself it's a diet, automatically in your subconscious mind, okay, I'm doing that for 2 months, and then I'm back on my stuff, on my old stuff, right? So it's like your conscious mind know you're doing it, but subconsciously you're just doing it for 2 months. So that's why I always tell my clients, like, have a cheat day. I will give them a cheat day, because I believe that even if I want the majority to be healthy eating, I don't want them to feel like they're restraining themselves from stuff that they really like. I want them to feel like they're eating the stuff that they like, but they're just eating it in moderation, right? So, and if they want to turn vegan one day, that's fine, right? But they don't have to be vegan 100%. They don't have to be vegetarian 100%. They can still enjoy their life and still lose weight and still be healthy. So
Well,
that's
well, I really appreciate that what you said, because like one of the things that I got off completely is cow's milk. Like, let me tell you, I could not do without milk. Like, I did not, I thought I could not do without milk, right? And the first thing that I realized that started happen or stopped happening, I stopped snoring.
yeah, you said
I used to snore. I stopped snoring, right? Remember I told you, Curvy, like I used to snore, and I was like, I was shocked, and then I started doing like silk, the almond milk. And I mean, I didn't really care for the almond milk at first, so I tried oat milk, and I really liked the oat milk. And then now my body's gotten so used to it that if I taste anything that has cow's milk, I've become lactose intolerant. Like, I literally have to, if I'm in the toilet, like within like 5 minutes, right?
it's good.
My body is just like rejecting it like it is yab, you know, and and that tells me that that wasn't good for me to begin with, right? My body grew accustomed to it because I was given it as a child. So of years of taking it, my body was accustomed to it. My body climatized to it, and then but for 3 months I still take it. All of a sudden, my body doesn't want it. Like, it's instantly rejecting it. Like, we don't, a lot of times, we don't look somebody saying, Carla is saying, likewise, her snoring gone. These are people who are telling you, like, the second, first of all, my neck got smaller. I don't know if it's just the milk, but I feel like it has a huge part to do with it,
It's
right?
the dairy.
And and the snoring was just gone. And I used to snore and not realize that I'm snoring. And I would be listening to myself snoring, and I'm like, am I snoring? Like, it was like, as a matter of fact, a couple times, like, Joven had to wake me up because he thought I was gonna swallow my tongue. That's how it was. Now it's like smooth sailing, smooth operator. Like, you're not even hearing. All you're hearing is like birds chirping, and I sleep. I purr. I'm back to purring and not snoring. Right. So I love what you said, Dr. Honoré, about the plant-based lifestyle. I absolutely love that. I love what you added, Curvy. And I see a lot of folks are on the live, and I just want to kind of just bring them in because they having conversations with themselves, and we don't don't want that. We want people to have conversations with us. We want them to interact. We want them to be part of the conversation. So let's bring in some folks who are on the chat who are saying certain things. So Catalina is saying yes, making the bed is important. Somebody saying great quotes, Miss Curvy, every morning, thumbs up. Somebody is saying, oh, they're waiting for my faxi died. Chilia so to come. Carla is saying, likewise, foreign gone. I'm trying to get Miss Precious is saying, no, Jim, we're rolling all the way with Miss Curvy.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have created a cult, unfortunately, fortunately for us. I mean, but at the end of the day, it helps. I've seen I don't even tell people what to do with themselves. I don't People just ask me, can I get the number of the girl that you, or they'll message me, and they'll just message me straight up, because don't ask me no questions. Yeah, just don't ask me. Carla Ali, the reset works great. The best way I can explain my feelings is that I feel my skin from within. Wow.
Wow. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's
That
good.
is like major. Like I feel my skin, and I can totally relate, like to feeling my skin. One of the teas that I remember drinking had raspberry in it, right? It was well, it's actually raspberry tea. It was a raspberry tea. Kirby knows which one. I'm not going to go into details, but my cramps, I still feel moody during my time of the month. That has not changed, but I'm not raging. I used to be a beast when during the
Oh
time.
my God.
Be laughing. I used to be a beast. Very on edge and leading up to, you know. Another thing is that I developed thoracic endometriosis, right? And that has not occurred since I've been on this journey. Like I've not had any problems leading up to my time of the month. And doctors have said to me, it could be a diet, it could be your family history. My family doctor in Canada says, oh, go and lose some weight. I mean, although I feel sometimes in Canada they take more of a holistic approach, because they'll tell you to consider everything,
Yes.
like try and check off all the boxes, and not just send you down a certain path. They will tell you you can do this or you can do that, right? And they give you the options. We find though the holistic option is always more expensive,
Mm.
and that comes cost, society has made our health, being healthy, so expensive. Like coming back
Yes.
to Dominica, Curvy sent me like a list. She's like, make sure you get this, make sure you get that because it's cheaper, make sure you get, like, I had a list of things that she was telling me make sure to get because it is more expensive in Dominica. Dr. Honore, how the hell are we gonna be healthy if we cannot get access to things that keep us healthy, to things that like they tell us, like I heard the prime minister the other day saying, plant your own vegetables and stuff, but it's not just planting your own vegetables, and it's not just that, because
It is not.
I can't eat grass, I can't eat lettuce and cabbage, I not enough money, like as they going,
Exactly.
right? There are other things. Kirby's dying. There are other things I want or my body requires. So how do we maintain healthy living if everything healthy seems like it's a wash well?
Let me tell you, politicians have to do better than that for us because the things they important and stuff that we need, it cannot be more expensive. I mean, all the unhealthy things are cheaper than the healthy things. And that is just unfair, not only in Dominica, but that is
That's
the case
everywhere.
everywhere in the world. And it's just the opposite of what it's supposed to be. But we have to make the sacrifice because, as Kavi mentioned, we love ourselves. We're going to prioritize our health for now and even for the future. Healthcare is not going to get any cheaper. Lying on Dominica China Friendship Hospital bed or overseas, it's going to be more expensive than investing in yourself right now to sacrifice and get some broccoli or some bananas or some tomatoes or some nuts. So when you think about it that way, it is cheaper to invest right now than being sick or being
Very true.
disabled or having a heart attack or having a stroke. And imagine you right now, Jael, for example, if you were not on this journey and still feeling that way and you're not able to be the mom and the content creator that you are right now. I mean, that kind of sucks. So we just have to, I ain't saying to go and do illegal things to get extra money, but we have to find a way, to make it work for us. And if we can plant our gardens, plant our gardens. If we can have fruit trees and, do backyard gardening, and everybody can come together in a community, plant different things, and we can share. But the people in charge, the government and the other societies have to help us as well. Because there are some things that we cannot control.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
at the same time, I think like everything that is worthwhile, that is good for us, is very challenging when you look at it. You know, if you want to be a doctor, you have to spend how many years in school, you have to do all these different things. You know, you want to be the best in your field, you have to make so many sacrifices. It's easier to be negative, it's easier to eat unhealthy, it is easier to complain, but it's very hard to maintain positivity. It's very hard to be healthy. And even for me, 20% of the time I eat very unhealthy, like very, very unhealthy. But I have to wake up and tell myself that I'm not gonna eat 80% of the time unhealthy. I'm gonna eat very healthy. So it's like you have to give yourself the extra push to do the things that are worthwhile and the things that actually make sense and make you show up as your best self. So it's not just in food. I think it's in everything. You know, it's easier
Everything.
to choose more of the negative road. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, asking questions. The questions are coming. So, Doctor, I want to take this question to Indigenous Spicy, saying, Doctor, is dairy milk good for a human up to a certain age? So, that is the question for you.
If dairy milk is good for humans up to a certain age, no. When we're born as babies, we are allowed to drink our mother's milk until whatever age. I mean, we say up to 6 months for a year, and then that's it. Well, I took until I was 5 years or 4 years. I took more than my allotted amount. Right? So that's the only milk that our bodies are supposed to consume because of the casein and all the other products in milk. Most of us, or 99% of us, are lactose intolerant. The reason we don't know about it is because we've been putting in so many different dairy products in our bodies that it has blocked the signals to let us know or let us be aware that
All you
we are
bullshit. So, we bullshit. A bunch of bullshit people out there.
right. So that's when you start eating clean and you start eliminating all of those things out of your body. You start saying, okay, that makes sense. I was really lactose intolerant. Sometimes we have eczema on the skin or we have other things and we don't even know it's the dairy and the animal products in the diet that has been doing that to us. So at no point in time is it okay for us to drink dairy products as we were taught in school. And when people tell us we get calcium from milk and all of those things, we can get them from our plants and in other ways that it doesn't have to be a dairy.
I hope this answers your question, Indigenous Spicy. Some people say, somebody saying, we spend money on Shein so we can spend it on joining Miss Curvy.
Thank you. Oh my God, tell them
I
that
agree.
again.
I mean, people spend money on what they want, I mean, Carnival is coming. If we have to take a
On
loan to
what's
get the
important to
costumes,
them.
we do
You
it.
spend your
So
money on what's important to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Great vibes, ladies. Small changes brings big results. Once you're committed, keep helping others to achieve healthy lifestyle. Somebody was saying, D Sugar is saying it is expensive. We're talking about the expense. I just spent $150 on my groceries for this week, and that's just for me, for my curvy meals. That's another curvy gang. The gang is there. The gang is definitely here,
Oh
and
my God.
and talking about their journey. Jane is also saying, agreeing that local is way more expensive, and it
Yes.
discourages you to, because you want to save here and there, you want to watch your kappas and your halfpennies and your pennies. and it's really a struggle for you. Carla is saying, oh, Carla is saying, thanks, Jael, for sharing your curvy journey. You're the reason why I joined. No turning back. Hashtag curvy girl for life. Yeah, a lot of women, a lot of women are really seeing the change. Like somebody messaged me today and they say, girl, I'm joining. I thought, well, you'll have to go on a waiting list. And this is not what this is about. This is not an infomercial. We're not here to promote curvy and whatnot. I'm just here to share my own journey in terms of where I've gone and just recognizing that the people who went before me, like my mom, who chose an alternate path and it worked for her. Granted, I mean, she eventually she passed away. However, for 7 years of her life, she was not eating canned foods. She was eating a lot of vegetables. She was eating a lot of like literally went on like a raw food diet. Like we call it raw food diet. You see, we like to call it diet. We like the diet, but a raw food lifestyle. So
Lifestyle.
she started eating. If it was perishable, it was going in her mouth. If she wasn't doing any of the canned stuff, and it really worked for her. She got nice and slender. I mean, she was always a small person, but her skin glowed and everything. And I keep going back, to those moments and saying to myself, it worked for her. I know it's worked for lots of other people, but it feels so difficult. Let me tell you, it's so hard for me to get rid of like things like meat and chicken and stuff. But what I appreciate about doing or the lifestyle change, which Curvy kind of alluded to, is that nobody's asking you to get off of it cold turkey. You can actually do it gradually. You can actually do it in stages and eventually decide what is best for you. Now, Curvy, for someone who is just starting up their fitness journey, because January is the month for everybody wants to do New Year's resolution. They want to lose weight. They're thinking about carnival. They want to fit in their costume. They want to be skinny bitches for just a month. What are the first steps you think someone should take? Because we can a lot of times we make the mistake and we say we want to lose weight for this and not for ourselves. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that we make. We want to lose weight for carnival. I want to get in shape for husband.
For
I
my
want to get in
wedding.
my wedding. Right? These are usually the things that we hear. So Kirby, if you could share with us a little bit about some steps that someone should take when they're just starting their fitness journey. Some of the things. So, and if they're not taking it, they might want to say, you know what, let me rethink, what I'm doing.
Okay. Firstly, I think you should make it a burning desire to lose weight if that's what you want to do. Because I think every time we have like a burning desire to do something, we're likely to achieve it than just, oh, I want to do this, but I have to do this. I'm going to do this. You have to have that you need it more than anything else, or it's one of your needs instead of it's one of your wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is the first step. I think if you're a person that you get unmotivated very fast, it's very wise to probably create a vision board if you don't see the vision in your head. So let's say if you have a celebrity or just a regular person that you really like to see their body, or if in your past life you weighed 150 pounds and you really liked how you looked at that
And you have those pictures.
right, and you have those pictures, it's very wise to create a vision board where you put all the things that you're not strong in. So let's say you don't drink water, you put somebody drinking water on the board. You don't eat vegetables, you put vegetables on the board. And you put the board a place where you're seeing it every morning and every night, right? So subconsciously, even if you're not moving towards it, subconsciously, after a while, you're going to do what's on the board, right? So in everything, especially with me, I work a lot. So for me, preparation is everything. So when you're prepared for something, you're likely to get it. So I feel like that is the best tip I can give you. Prepare for it. Get a vision board. Buy clothes that's smaller than your size, so you really want to fit in them, and buy stuff that you really like, not stuff that you say, oh, I might fit in that next month. No, you buy something that you really, really want to
Oh,
wear.
I bought something and it fit in. I tried to do it and it
Exactly.
fit in. Let me tell
Exactly.
you, I was
Very
like,
good,
oh
Jael. Very good.
no, I
Exactly.
was like, what is this? I almost
Exactly.
wanted to put, I wanted, I take it out and I say, boy, if I could come on live and show people tutu neat, me putting on that clothes, I would do it. But yeah, you can't always
Exactly.
do that. Dr. Honore, you want to chime in on that because I feel like your approach, you might have similar or slightly different approach in terms of how people can get started on their journey.
So I tell my patients or my clients to start where you are, like as Kirby said, make a vision board, the areas where you are weak in or the areas where you want to improve in, write them down, and what are the steps that you can take right now comfortably, if it's one step or two steps to get there. I also tell my patients to be mindful. You are here where you are right now, but what happens if you do not take those steps today, or if you do not take them in the next 2 weeks? How are you gonna
Yeah.
feel? Are you gonna feel disappointed? What's it gonna be like in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be if you do not do these things right now? So it's all about your mentality and what motivates you and where you want to be. And people work for what they want.
Amen.
Sometimes patients do not know that they are helpless. It's called learned helplessness. They're stuck in a situation and they want to get out because sometimes financially they're not able to, or their mind is so stuck in the past, that they can in the patterns of the past that they cannot come out. So you literally have to help them to get out there. So I tell them, hold my hands. I'm gonna help you out, but do not let go. It's gonna get rough, it's gonna get tough, it's gonna get bumpy, but do not let go. Remember where we want to get to, and the days if you do fall off the wagon, get back up.
Amen. I also
Well,
want to add,
mhm.
be around people that is on the same journey as you. That is so important because they're gonna motivate you when you don't have it in you to continue. So if you know this person is on their weight loss journey and you are a new person and you're trying to do that, be friends with them. Message them, say, hey, but do it in a positive way because I think it's very important to come. It might be manipulation, but to come with flattery than to just come like, "How are you losing the weight there?" No, they won't tell you anything. You come, "Hey, you look so good. I'm trying to get on my weight loss journey as well. I'd really love if you can give me a little tip or if you can help me in any way." And you never know, that person might be open to be friends with you because you're aligned to them, right? You're on the same
Mm-hmm.
journey as them, and they self need the hand too because we're human. So we're
Yes.
gonna fall and we're gonna get up and we're gonna fall again. So always move towards people that is on the same thing as you. Maybe they're further than you or they're on the same level. But try to get people that already is seeing results in their journey. So then it's easier for them to help you because the blind cannot lead the blind.
Sure.
So
And
yeah.
also, Charles, I was gonna add, you have to be realistic with yourself. If you want to lose weight, you're not gonna tell yourself, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds over the next month. No, you're up for failure. So set realistic goals and work towards it.
Yes,
I
thank you.
disagree. I know you set the goals that you want and you work
100 pounds in
towards
a
that.
month.
Not in a
I
month. Not in
disagree.
a month.
I mean, nobody's crazy enough to set 100 pound goal in a month.
That's
But
what I mean.
no, don't set realistic goals. Always aim for what you want. Always go after what you want and never settle. So that's what I believe in. That's what I tell my clients. If Because I have some clients that will come and say, "Oh, I know I cannot lose 15 pounds this month, but I would really like to try and lose 5." I say, "No, of course you can. Who said you couldn't? Try your best to lose 15, or let's say you want to lose 10. Aim for
Mhm.
15. So if you lose the 10, you're gonna still be proud of yourself, right?
Right.
And
So
you're so
don't
much
set
closer.
realistic goals. Go after what you want. No realistic goals.
Are you agreeing with her on that slightly?
I agree with her on that. Yes.
Okay. So Doc agrees with you. Doc agrees with you. All right. Somebody says food preparation in itself is important. So boil or bake your meats be careful of seasoning used, and determination to achieve your goal is imperative. That's what somebody's adding to the whole conversation on the foods that we eat, the types of food that we eat. Joan B saying this is exactly what assisted me, focusing on meal preparation. My meals are always prepared and the results are easy. And let me tell you, when I don't do meal preparation, I am so angry. Like I am so I am enragé. That is the word. When I don't do meal, and I'm like, somebody was saying to me, Jael, I don't know how you're doing that. You putting your food in the fridge and you're eating it like for the whole week, like you eating like for 4 days and whatever. And I'm like I don't even like feel it anymore. Like it doesn't even, like, I feel like as a our culture, we feel like
Yeah.
we cook our food every day. Every day we need to have a hot cooked meal, fresh, right? And doctor, I want to get your take on that, because and that is somewhere that we suffer a lot, because we want our dashing, and we want our grand provision, and we want our deep, and we want our that, and we want our zassiet manger, and we eat that, and we eat it hot and tear, and our belly full, and next day we want to cook again, and next day we might make pasta, we might make rice, and we might make this and the other. How important is it for you to prepare your meals? And this is something that I know Kavi talks about a lot. I'm tired of hearing her, but what's your take on meal preparation?
I meal prep all the time. Even if it's twice a week, I make sure I meal prep because we have busy lives. And when it comes to healthy eating, if you do not meal prep, you're gonna get stuck, and when you're on a busy schedule, you're gonna run to the faster and the quicker options. Meal prepping is the way to go, right? For the
Yeah. That's true.
the portions of what you're having, it's what's important. I always tell my patients the size of your hands, of your fist, like this is the size of your stomach, right? So imagine when all the food is crushed down, this is what it has to be. If on your plate it's more than that, then you're eating too much. So you don't have to make a whole portion. If you make a whole portion, separate it in enough for the week, and then to have smaller portions throughout the day, and then practice intermittent fasting, but not too much. You cannot have a whole plate of dashing. That's just carbs. You need it to be balanced. You need your beans, you need your veggies, you need different stuff in here. But everything has to fit in that one small stomach. I mean, some of us are past, so they say, well, past large year already, but we have to try and cut it down.
Yes.
You have to try and cut it down. We eating, we how we say, we eating to, we're not leaving to eat, we eating to live. So I
Amen.
definitely believe in meal prepping.
And food is
Kirby.
pleasure. Food is pleasure. The
Yes,
body don't need a lot of food. The body needs sufficient food and the right foods.
and the right
Because
foods. It has
food
to be
is pleasure.
nutritious.
I I can stop eating at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and don't eat again until the next day. I can fast for a few days and not feel bad about it. So
You
and
remember when I fasted?
yes, and remember when we spoke about youth fasting and you said me I'm not doing
I was
that.
like, man, I'll do that.
And
I did it for 3 days.
and you did it so easy, right? Like it was so easy for you. Like you was exercising, and it's only on the
Yeah,
second
because
day
I
that
remember
you
the third morning I tell you, I've been fasting. You're like, Jelly, if I knew you were fasting, I would not push you so hard every morning. And I'm
yes,
like,
yes. So the food is pleasure. I'm not sure if this happened to you. Like let's say you go out to an event and you drink, you're always hungry after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're starving. Like if I go out to an event and I drink, I am starving. Like I have to go in my fridge and sit down on my fridge, and sometimes I get angry because there's only healthy stuff in my fridge. So
and
like,
you just want that greasy
angry.
something.
So it's like so you know that it's like dopamine, so it's pleasure. So the body don't need a lot of food. The body just needs the right foods and sufficient food.
We're coming down to the end of our program, and I want to encourage folks on the live. If you have any questions for either Curvy or Dr. Honore Felix, you can feel free to drop your questions, and I will try my best to bring it up on the screen so that they can answer any of the questions. We'll be coming down to the end, letting you all know that that we're coming down to the end. So ask your questions. Don't wait after they leave. But after they leave, I will definitely let you know where you can reach out to them and how you can contact them in the future if you're thinking and you considering lifestyle changes in terms of your health. I want to kind of get a sense, Dr. Honore, what sort of, I know there's a lot of advice people give in terms of nutrition. So there might be so much conflicting information out there. How can people really identify what's truly healthy for them? Because I remember one time they said coconut oil was not healthy. Like I remember growing up as a child and coconut oil was the devil. And so I've literally seen that change to where now coconut oil is a shit, And I'm like, when did that happen? Like, how did it go from? So for us as humans, for us as people who consume a lot of media, we consume a lot of information that comes down from the WHO and all the different organizations that publish advice when it comes to nutrition. What would you say would be our way? How do we identify healthy advice? What are some of the red flags for the unhealthy advice?
First of all, don't listen to Dr. Google for everything because Dr. Google can send you crazy. It's best to get advice from a nutrition expert and somebody that knows what they're doing, what they're about, know what path you're on. So if you're on the holistic path, know if you come to me, that's or curvy, that's what we're gonna talk about. If you're on a conventional path, you go to a different person. So know where you're at. But Dr. Google is not the answer for everything. Get to a medical expert. Like you, I thought coconut oil was terrible and avocado oil and all of those things, but it doesn't matter what oil you're using, it still have 1 gram of fat is still the equivalent of 9 calories. However, coconut oil and avocado oil and the plant oils are healthier compared to vegetable oils and canola oil and soybean oil and all those other oils that bring more inflammation in the body compared to the coconut oil and stuff like that. Still, it doesn't mean while they are healthier oils, you should, when we eat a
Yeah,
breakfast
them.
of saltfish, right? And you want to put a whole set of oil because you have to bathe it like it's gravy. No, no, no. It's still additional calories that you're getting. So a little goes a long way. Listen to your body. What works for me may not work for you, right? Listening to your body is key. Um, some people will tell you they're at work for the entire day and they don't feel like they need to drink water because they're in a cool environment. Yes, you need to drink water. Yes, you need to exercise.
What
But
is my
what you
daily
need
consumption? What is my on average?
So on average, I tell patients between 1.5 to 2.5 of liters. If they can do three, that is better because most time patients not even drinking 1 liter of water for the day. So if they're doing 1 liter, I tell them let's get it up to 1.5. Let's get it on to 2 liters because if not, we're gonna be dehydrated, especially based on your activities and stuff like that. So we normally say 8 ounces of water a day. That's just like to top up the gas basically in the body. You have to be doing more than that if you want to flush out your system and don't be dehydrated, especially if you're drinking coffee or if you're on a high stress job and stuff like that. You need to be drinking more water.
And
Right?
especially if you drinking water to lose weight. So if you're drinking water
Mm-hmm.
to lose weight, you drink more water than you're usually drinking. So I know not everybody can drink a gallon of water a day. Like me, I drink a gallon daily. But if you're drinking water to lose weight, don't drink the usual 8 cups. Drink 2 extra cups. Drink 10, right? Drink 2.5 liters. Drink 3 liters of water daily. And drink it in a way that you're not, what do you call that, jugging it? Sip
Chug
it.
it.
Chug
Yes.
it. Right. So
Yes.
sip on it. Sip on it. Let your body listen to your body. Because sometimes you may feel that you're hungry, but you're not hungry. You're thirsty. You're not hungry because the body is made of 70% water. So you
Right.
have to reinstore that water every day, right? So you're not gonna say, "Oh, I drink 2 liters of water yesterday. I don't have to drink water today." No, you have
It's
to. You
every
have
day.
to keep right. You have to keep removing the toxins from your body,
I
especially
have a
if you're a
question.
person that eats so many different nonsense.
I have a question. Identifiers. identifying you're not drinking enough water. If your pee is clear, is when you know you're good, right? Just one.
Yes.
So if your
Yes.
pee is clear like the water, then you've taken enough water. If your
Yes.
pee is yellow, almost to the point of
Oh my
almost
God.
point of orange, you're in problem.
You're in
Yeah,
problem,
and then it stink, no? So like, why would you want it to be like that? And we as women, I know we have to go, so I just wanted to touch on that. I feel we as women, we have to make sure that our womb, which is the most important part in our body, is functioning good, right? And what goes in your body is what's gonna come out there. So like, darling, you can't be on a bus and I can smell you on the next side. You have to take care of your body, and that's where the let drinking less soda comes in. That's where choosing more water instead of drinking a lot of soda. Because I know people that will drink 2 to 3 cokes a day, and to me that's crazy. So you have to take care of your womb, so you won't get things like PCOS, so you won't have fertility problems, so you won't have cancer in your cervix. You have to take care of your womb, the most important part in your body as a woman. So yeah.
I want the doctor to shed some light on that, because I know she knows firsthand about PCOS. She understands that in inside and out. I know somebody's asking a question. Probably we could pop the question up. Catherine is asking, is couscous better than rice?
Is it? It depends what type of rice it is. It's a rice substitute for sure, with a whole lot more fiber. Easier to cook, quicker to cook. In terms of if it's better than white rice or jasmine rice, etc., way much better in terms of the nutrient content. If it's wild rice or if it's whole grain rice, um,
Basmati rice.
they're right. It's not the
Good.
same.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So, doctor, you were gonna tell us a little bit about, because Curvy opened it, the womb thing, because some women don't have wombs like Curvy, some women have taken
I
it out,
know. I
and
know.
some as a matter of fact, a doctor recommended that I remove mine. I say, hey, remove your womb. Like, I mean, I'm done having kids anyways, so I can remove them. Because if it's gonna cause me problem if I get harsh periods, if I, thoracic endometriosis, all of these, because thoracic endometriosis can cause lung failure. You can die.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yes.
it's serious, right? So all of these things are reasons why you might want to remove your womb, as well as women have had issues with fibroids, and that is another conversation. That I want to even touch on, and I've already even spoken to a gynecologist, and hoping that she can come in sometime in March to talk to you, but to talk to my audience. But essentially, like, what is your take on Kirby brought it up, drinking a lot of water and making sure that you're taking care of your womb, and certain things that you can develop as a result of not taking care of it.
Right. So drinking the water is fine, but also the different things that we're putting in, the coke, the types of foods, the types of food. If you're eating a lot of fast food and inflammatory food, what do you think is gonna happen? And we as women, most of the times where we stress the most or where we hold on to all our emotions is in our breasts and in our wombs. That's one of the first two areas that gets affected. So what we're putting in, it has to be nutritious. It has to nourish our vaginas, our breast, our
Man,
ovaries.
my skin
If
looking
not, we will
good.
always have we'll always have insulin resistance, and our feet will be swelling. We'll always have cholesterol and diabetes. If we could get rid of everything that's inflammatory in our body, we would be fine. And yes, PCOS and all other conditions, they can be reversed. We don't have to be having the symptoms, the terrible symptoms all the time, whether it be fibroid, endometriosis. Just change your diet and your lifestyle, and you will definitely be much better. And it
Wow,
starts with the cheaper things. You don't
that's
have to pay for water.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I love. I like the pum pum pack. The one about your
Yes,
vaginas. Your vagina
yes.
health. And people. One actual person told me, since they started the journey. Um, somebody that I've become friendly with as a result of being on this same journey. They reached out to me, and I recommended that, hey, that I was doing curvy, and I'm like, if I not be for you, you can try it. You can reach out to her XYZ. And I remember, if you get to move your messages, you get to do this. Okay. I remember that she said to me, you know what, Jael, the smell of my vagina has changed. Since I've been out there. I'm like, for real? And this is me, like, I'm trying to
It probably
see.
tastes good too.
It's not you that will smell it. It's your
You
husband
can
that will
have
tell you if
pum
it's
get
smelling
thicker.
better.
I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
The journey has changed the pH in a boom boom, and
Amen.
definitely happy about that. I mean, and that's a good thing.
It
Your
is.
smells and
Yes.
stuff like that. Like I noticed, I don't sweat as much. I used to perspire a lot. I don't
Mm-hmm.
sweat as much, and I don't even know why I don't sweat as much. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I drinking more water. I should be sweating more. I don't sweat as much, and I've always been a very hot, sweaty person. Like I've always felt, oh my god, I'm so hot, and I used to purposely buy certain colors of clothes because I don't want to see no kind of lines underneath my thing. Even like I suffer from hypopigmentation, that suddenly started to disappear. Like it started to go away from my neckline, and I developed that after pregnancy. It was not something that I always had. I got after I got pregnant. My neck area, my underarms, and between my legs, got darker. And then after I started, everything started to just clear out. I was like, so the darkness that women are always worried about. Women are so embarrassed about the darkness between their legs, and the darkness underneath their arms and their necks, and these are things that make them so insecure about
Yeah.
themselves. And only to find out, like, a diet, a change of your lifestyle, changing what you're eating can, and
Yes.
drinking more water can, like, just change that. Like,
Definitely.
bruh.
Of course, because the thing with toxins is it makes your skin break out. Like if your body has a lot of toxins, you're going to see a lot of pimples, you're gonna see a lot of breakouts on your face, a lot of dark spots all over your skin. But from the time that your lifestyle is changed and you're eating foods that is nourishing for your body, you're drinking a lot of water, you're clearing up any toxins that you have in your body, your skin starts to glow inside out because there's nothing bad inside. So why outside should look bad, right?
Yes.
So that's the reason.
Somebody's asking, what about drinking warm water first thing in the morning? Because will tell you yes. First thing in the
Yes,
morning.
yes. You break your fast when you wake up. The first thing you put in your body is the most important thing, right? Because you break your fast. So it's just like when you're fasting for 3 days. The first meal after that fast is the most important meal. So it's like you're reintroducing yourself to foods and to liquids again. So drinking the warm water, and that's why you see when you're drinking warm water when you wake up, a little while after, just wait a little while. You're gonna go to the restroom. You're gonna remove any waste that is stored in your body. So drinking the warm water is very important to break the fast, to remove the waste that's stored in your body. Yes, am
Yeah.
I
And it
right, doctor?
kickstarts the yes, it sort of kickstarts the metabolism, when you wake up, get rid of all of that toxins that have been processed throughout the night. So it's definitely one of the best practices that you can do. It slims the waistline down and it helps you to be
Amen.
snatched.
Girl, it
Girl,
helps you to be curvy.
Yes,
Okay?
girl.
curvy is the word.
I wanna let you guys have the final word, because we've come to the end. I mean, we've gone a lot over than we expected, but having two guests, I expect that conversations happening, people are talking, we have 100 people on the live, people are sharing
Yeah.
it, so people are definitely interested. Normally people not interested in health conversations, they back away, but I feel like I want to give my audience what they, not what they want, but what they need. I'm like Nanny Mc, I'm giving them what they need. because I've experienced lifestyle changes, and I feel it's so selfish to not want to share with the rest of the world. And I remember when Curvy and I started speaking, I was like, she was like, giving me her pricing and stuff. I said, well, what can I do? How can we work? She's like, you want to work together, Jael? And her eyes just lit up, and then later on, only to find out later on, she made a post about manifesting to get me to do her program, because she wanted me to do her program, because sometimes it's just people seeing it and people really seeing that it works. It really works. And every week, every 2 weeks, when I come on and I share certain things and I tell people, well, she tell me my neck fat. I remember when I told people my neck was fat, and now my neck is skinny, and I'm just like, oh my god. People tell me, oh, I can see your chin bouncing. You, like,
It's tight again. It's
oh, I'm
good.
all
You're
over
looking
it,
good.
right? But I was okay with my fat neck, to be quite honest. But I didn't realize that my body was not okay with it, because that was what was causing me to snore, all of the,
There's a lot of
fat
fat
around
going
my,
on, of
right?
course.
One thing was causing me to snore, all of these different things. And we go through all of these things in silence, and we don't want nobody to know, that we're insecure about this. Mr. I could care less. Like I am one of those people. I am a straight shooter. I do is what you see is what you're gonna get. And
It's good.
I'm living my life. I am living it for nobody. I'm not. I don't answer to nobody, but the Almighty, the universe, or whatever y'all want to call him up there, right? That's what I answer to. And I feel like we need to take serious care of our health. And I feel like there's so many different approaches that we can take. And if I'm going through a journey, I don't want to be selfish and say, well, I don't know about that. No, I don't want people. Or some people are like that. If they buy a clothes, they don't want you to know where they get it, because they don't see the
Yes.
price
For
going
them
on
alone.
them, right? So they're like, I don't want them to know is that I do it, because it's
Oh
an
my
extra that I
goodness.
she going to why not? I want everybody to know, because if I've sensed the difference in my body, I've sensed the difference, and I've seen the difference in my clothing. Today I put on a pant. Girl, Kirby, today I put on a pant, and the whole the blue water bottle could fit in the pant, and there was space.
That's good.
There was still space, and easy, too.
You go,
I,
girl.
I did a video. I say a chuamoon. Megzo is out and bad,
I'm telling you.
Yes.
right? And even though sometimes she sees me online, right? And she probably thinks, okay, Jael, you need to do a harder. You need to push, because she's constantly pushing me and motivating me to do. And then when she saw me in person on Saturday, but Jael, you can really smell. Well, no shit, bitch. I've been like pushing. I've been pushing this shit. Like, what
Oh
do you
my
think?
god.
I'm here for this. I'm here for this.
Oh
Right?
my
And,
god.
and I'm excited about it. And I want other people to be excited about it too. And I want people to get the help. And I know she's one person. There are alternate ways. I know Dr. Honoré, you also, practice that holistic approach. But there are not many of yous, and access to you. Even Kirby have a whole freaking waiting list, bro. Like within like 2 months of me starting her program, waiting list pop out, because it's like I ain't got no space. I can take more people, So this is kind of what happens when people realize that shit working and it can work for them too. I want to give you guys the final opportunity to give your final piece, and we will wrap up. Curvy, I'll let you go first, and then I'll let the doc go last.
Okay. Thank you so much for everybody that's watching the live. Thank you so much for having me. My final piece is, I'm not gonna tell you join my program. I'm gonna tell you to develop a love so strong for yourself that you're going to be the best version of yourself. Okay, and whatever that means to you, whether you feel like you need to lose weight, whether you feel like you need to accept the certain things in yourself that you don't want to change, that you cannot change, whether you feel like you want to own it being a better you, and you're a different person now, and you want to own that, and you don't want to care what people think, and you just want to be the most amazing person that you can be. Own it, live it, focus on you, make yourself the main priority in your life, make yourself the main character in your life, because you are worthy, you are amazing, and you need to tell yourself that. So I think that would be my piece. I am taking a few persons though, but I'm not taking too many people. So okay, after two people, I'm done. But yes, focus on you, love you, be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, a lot of grace. And any insecurity you think that you cannot change, whether you have a big nose, girl, flaunt your big nose and own your big nose, okay? So that's my piece.
Carla is on the life. Carla, just behave yourself. Calm down yourself. My extraordinary trainer. Hashtag Curvy. Right?
I agree with her.
Carla
But we
is
go boost her
like,
trainer.
let me tell you, we have a whole gang, like a gang. You know, the Curvy gang. A lot of them started after I started the program, and a lot of them on the live, and some of them incognito. They're not saying nothing, but they'll message me one on one, and they'll say, you know, because again, too, some of us are very prideful. We don't want people to know our business. You know, we don't want people to know that's how we lose weight. And I remember knowing somebody who was doing curvy, and I saw them lose the weight, and I didn't know they were doing curvy. Like they were on the journey. I didn't know at all. Like that person was not sharing, they were not saying anything. I mean, not that I asked, they just never shared. You know, it was everybody have a right to not share what they do. It's not your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I feel like people need to know that there are alternative approaches. Like I when I turned 40, I was terrified that I was going to be chubby, especially around my, and let me tell you, is my waistline, you know, that big, not nothing else, you know, like my waistline. I keep a lot of my weight after having babies. But then when are you going to say it's baby fat? Like when does baby fat become baby flab? You know, it's no longer baby fat. It's no longer baby fat. So we make all of these excuses for ourselves because we're trying to, you know, we trying to just deal with it and just live with it and just and don't let anybody complain. But like, if aren't it some of us tired of, you know, putting on a clothes and not feeling like, I like the first time, like within a month, the first time I went into a store and I tried, and I used to go into stores and I would try on clothes and I'd say, that'll fit me good. Granted, like there were times I would find things that would suit my body, you know, but you find things not fitting you, and you don't realize in your subconscious mind is actually what is making you feel so down about it, and you leave the store without getting anything. God, every time I go in a store, I am leaving something. I mean, hello. Now I buying clothes
Your
online,
money now to buy clothes.
Without shame,
right?
without anything. You're working hard
Right?
now. You're working
Right?
hard.
And I know my waist size, so I can go online now and just check the chat, and they tell me, and I when I come back, imagine when it reach Dominica, I still have to bring it by Davo for it to adjust to it because it's still too big.
Eh,
Amen.
Okay,
eh.
Smart.
right? So I feel
And then
like
her
everybody
butt
needs
is
to know.
big and her waist is tiny now, and you
Mm.
still maintain your butt. So it
my
no,
my
you just look like a Coca-Cola, you
my
know?
butt is a
Mm,
problematic
mm, mm,
issue. It's a
mm.
it's a problematic tissue that will not want to move.
That's
Embrace
good.
it.
No,
Embrace your
keep it
butt.
there. Keep it
My
there.
friend messaged me, my childhood friend messaged me today. She goes, that was always your signature, your backside. She's like, "Yeah, I always had a big ass. They used to call me Costa when I was in high school. Yes, when
You
those
see?
Costas come, when Michael come out in his Costa and Stephen had his Costa and Vegas Costa, they used to come in, they see my bottom like an airbag. My backside was like
Mama.
an airbag. Well, it never left. I still got my airbag, and now the way it's going down, all you see me in the air. Just so my whole body be walking in the
A parachute.
That's the real Beyonce body you get now.
Whoosh! Beyonce got shit on me, a proper
Oh
mexo.
my God.
Dr. Honoré, your final words.
Yeah, but that also goes to say the amount of amazing work that you've been doing. I mean, Curvy, you have an entire gang here. You know,
Thank
Jael, you've
you.
been doing your thing, and I just want to say thank to the both of you for having me here. It's been truly an amazing time, you know. But keep inspiring others, keep motivating others. I mean, without people like you who share their stories, you know, it have the shy ones, they will not say anything, but people like you who share their stories to motivate others will let other people join. So I feel honored to be in the presence of such lovely people like you know. And just like Jail, I see my neck going down. I said, I just know I'm going to be snatched like Jail, you know. So I feel in myself, you know. So I'm not missing no updates every 2 weeks, you know. So I'm so grateful to be on the show here tonight. My final words is Ladies, gentlemen, prioritize your health, prioritize yourself. That is what is most important right now, because without you, there is nothing else. It's not worth it to put anything before you. There is nothing else that's more important than you, not your kids, not money, not work. Because God forbid if something happens to you, all you get is a bunch of flowers and a postcard, and you're not living this lovely life and being yourself. So prioritize yourself, love yourself in whatever way you can. Make the small steps towards your health and stop being stuck in the past and the present. Let's move on to the future. Find the appropriate trainer, the appropriate person that can partner with you and support you, and let's all do it together, especially all the ladies. We can do this. We try and take care of everybody else, and who's gonna take care of us? We need to start taking care of ourselves more. So let's do this. And thank you again, Jael and Kavi, for being such an amazing group of ladies here tonight.
Thank you very much, Dr. Honoré-Felix, for being here with us. I truly appreciate it. I knew this would have worked out. Like I knew the audience definitely enjoyed the program. Somebody saying, Doc, you are yourself are a rare gem in the medical field, especially here on the planet of Dominica.
Dominica is a planet.
Let me tell you, Dominica is a whole freaking Catherine is saying, very informative and motivated show. JL Joseph, love, 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 love it. And I love you too, Catherine, and I love the women who follow me and who follow me hard and who genuinely care about me and care about my program and care about my well-being. I care about their well-being too. I really want to see them do better. I want to see them do well. And ladies in secret have started the program. Some of them have messaged me like directly. They wanted to know information. They wanted to know all kinds of things. They're like, Jill, how can I get started? Some people obviously have, they have different dynamics in their lifestyle, and they have to look at different things. And I love the fact, like one of my closest friends, she was one of the ones that started very, very early o'clock, and she says, oh my God, I feel so different. When we met up in November for dinner, and I remember when we saw each other, we were just like, oh my God, we're so skinny, and we were like screaming with each other. we were getting on like two wild horses. People were probably just wondering like, who the fuck are these people? But we were just getting on, and we were so happy that because we're the same age, and age at this same age. I think she's like 2 years older than me, but just knowing that your friends are doing this with you, and you have a really good community that's doing this with you, and they're seeing the results and they're loving the results, and they really appreciate themselves, and they're motivated. I mean, it really does let you feel like you can live to see 100 years, because you feel
Definitely.
different, and your life just becomes different automatically. And I really want to say thank you to both of you, wonderful ladies. We did a little bit of research with it. I mean, I kind of sort of knew Curvy. I'd followed your work, Dr. Honoré, and I just felt like this would, because a lot of times we bring people on programs that like, say, we'll bring a fitness person on, and people on the live will be like, my doctor said do this, my doctor said do that. You know what I mean? Like, my doctor or if you telling me how you going to know I have thyroids, I have typhoid, I have this, like they'll tell you all kinds of things, right? So
Yes.
I felt like I needed to bring a medical professional who not just a medical professional, but a doctor, who's done the work, and who understands what this is about, and who can share, who can also offer advice from a medical perspective. I felt it was super important to have the both of you on at the same time. One of the things that I don't set myself up. No, 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 because I am very quick and in a hurry with you only live. So I want to be sure when I'm bringing my people on that they know, that they know what they're speaking about. They're able to interact with the audience, and they're able to share their authentic experiences, so that the audience can, because it's regular people we're talking to, not robots.
Yes.
and
Exactly.
and they want to know that the information that they're receiving, they can apply to their life, they can apply to their lifestyle, and they can make the change that they need to make in order to have more productive, more healthy, wealthier, and more happiness in their life. And
Yes.
I truly want to say a special thanks to both of you. I mean, instantly when I reached out to both of you, the same day, the same moment, you all both said yes. Curvy was a little reluctant. Not in that moment, but months before that moment. She said, JL, I don't think I can do a live now. I so nervous. I said, Mila, I'm talking to.
You did an amazing job.
I'm such an introvert. And look at her. Look at her. Just
it was fun. Like, thank you, and thanks to everybody for the love and support. And I've been reading the nice comments, and to keep going and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Give people your socials, your websites. Give people your socials and your website where people can reach out to you, both of you. So Curvee, go. Dr. Honoré, you'll go next.
Okay, so if you guys are serious, and I like to say that, if you are serious about your journey, you can contact me on 1767-614-9198 or www.curvyluxfitness, that's fitness with 3 S's.com. It's better to contact me on WhatsApp. That's easier for me because I work very long hours, and it's nice to come respectful. It's very nice to come respectful and to be patient, because you may not get an answer one time, because I'm usually very productive during the day. But it's best to contact me on WhatsApp. Okay, guys?
Yeah, thank you very much, Curvee. And Dr. Honoré?
My best contact information is WhatsApp or direct call at 767-265-7696. That's my local number. And then my foreign number, for those of you in St. Lucia and abroad, it's 758-461-4965. Reach out to me on Facebook or Messenger. Just look for my name, Alisha Honoré-Felix, and I will definitely be willing to assist you. As Curvee said, be patient because we work very long hours. You may not get a response one time, but we'll definitely respond and be willing to help you.
Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you very much for coming on and sharing with us. I truly appreciate the two of you, and I wish you guys all the best with all of your journey. Wishing everybody the best on their journey. Thanks, Doc, and thank you, Curvee.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, that's it. That was it. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Those of you tuning in, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the program. Of course, I want to say thank you very much. Huge thank you to my sponsors. Without them, this would not be possible. The National Cooperative Credit Union. Thank you very much to Caribe, as well as Astafans, in a huge way. Thank you very much to all those of you who tuned in and those of you who shared. Don't be selfish. Share the live with somebody. Let somebody else know. Tag somebody. Come back and listen. You can actually check out a repeat, because sometimes on Facebook the videos tend to get lost in everything. So you can actually go on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and you subscribe and make sure you listen to a recap. You can do it while you're doing laundry, if you missed certain parts, if you came in late, and check out the show, and hopefully you'll have learned something. Hopefully you'd have gotten some information that you could put to use in your life. Also, if you want to support me directly, my contact information for support is right at the top. You can reach out to me on Patreon. You can reach out to me on Mo Banking, as well as on PayPal. So I am available on all of these, on these 3 platforms, if you'd like to show your support to the show. Thanks again, guys, to those of you who tuned in there and far. I truly appreciate you. Love you guys. Tomorrow we got Phil Charles is going to be stopping by, comedian. Phil Charles is going to be stopping by, and we're so excited to be talking to her. So stay tuned for this and more. If you've not loved, follow, and subscribe yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that button and follow and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, for another exciting episode, another exciting show. Until next time, bye-bye. See you guys.
NCCU, your community financial partner, brings to you Beyond the Mortgage.
Affordable rates, affordable price. NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the mortgage, 246. You take the mortgage already. Don't make your pocket go empty. Beyond the mortgage, you see you will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge. You want to purchase a settee. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. Everything nice. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. And CCU for life. 246, yes, 246. Wow, 246.
Beyond the mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Curvee Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
I love the Kalinago territory, I love the Kalinago people, and I really embrace my culture.
How the hell do we expect to survive as a communal society in a capitalist system?
We need to teach that history that have not been taught.